morning, the Chair, and good morning, respected delegates. The state of France is extremely concerned by the situation in Syria. Massive human rights violations in Syria have been committed as Syrian security forces have responded to protesters with extreme violence. It is unacceptable that certain countries, including some of the Security Council, continue to provide the very means by which violence is committed against the Syrian people. France plays a big role in efforts to resolve the issue. It is to France's goal that UN United Security Council takes a decision on the intolerable situation prevailing in Syria. The representative of France in the Security Council stressed that the continued violence against the population is totally unacceptable, as well as the violations of human rights that persist. It is to France's best interest that the government of Syria resolve this terrible situation and open its doors to democracy. We should not wait longer, dear respected delegates. The situation in Syria is extremely terrible, and we should do our best to prevent from more deaths to come. Massive human rights violations in Syria are getting worse, and continued violence are becoming more clear in the Arab region. And I hope, and the state of France hopes that we could achieve here a peaceful negotiation, but not only negotiate, but also make sanctions to Syria, because the situation is getting worse and worse every day. And Syria, and the people from Syria, they're suffering.
France has 4 seconds.
I have what? For a second? And I hope, the state of France hopes that the United Nations Security Council takes further steps to prevent this situation to get worse. Thank you very much.
One thing I just noticed, that the lingo that we have been using, and I should correct you now before you go on. When you're done speaking, you have to yield the floor to the chair.
Yes.
Thank you. The chair recognizes the delegate from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Good morning. We're all well aware of the crisis happening in Syria, which started since last year. Personally, from Bosnia, we're very disappointed that we have not managed to handle the situation. As Bosnia, we're not new to this situation, as we experienced a war like this back in the 90s, from 1992 to 1995, where 200,000 fellow Bosnians were killed. The issue in Syria is disappointing. People have died, more than 9,000 on both sides of what will happen right now. Bosnia would support any solution that sees to present the Article 1 in Chapter 1 of the Charter that says, basically, to maintain international peace and security, to develop friendly relations among nations, based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination for the people, to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of economic, social, and cultural or humanitarian character, and for the UN to be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment of these common ends. In addition, points 1 and 3 of Article 2, Chapter 1 should be also followed, as not result in further undermining the peace in the Middle Eastern section. The organization is based on the principle of sovereign equality of all its members. All members shall settle their international disputes by peaceful means. Furthermore, as a result of the war that happened in 1992 to 1995, Bosnia has been left with a lot of landmines lying around that have been left abandoned and still active. We see and demand that the resolution incorporates for there will be landmines left. Sorry.
Delegate has 5 seconds.
Incorporates a resolution that seeks to remove all landmines in recent war areas. Thank you. I yield the floor back. I yield the
their goal to defend life, freedom, and democracy. Meanwhile, the Syrian government is not able to defend their people, available to give them so while the UK is available to give them some support. Also, we want to help the population to be safe against the repression and violence through effective communication and getting access to humanitarian assistance. It is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland best interested that the government on Syria solve this dire situation and make real actions that could achieve peace and democracy. The continuous massacres will only lead to increased instability throughout the rest of the population. So the United Kingdom expects the UN to use such tools as necessary to deter this escalating violence. Thanks.
The chair recognizes the chair thanks the Honorable from the United Kingdom. The chair recognizes the delegate from China and invites the chair to elaborate.
Thank you for the recognition, Chair. Fellow delegates and members of the Security Council, it is a great honor to stand before you here today. As a delegation from China, we feel that the situation in Syria right now is a current situation that we cannot let undeterred. The people of China believe that all parties present here should seek to find one solution to the issue in Syria. We as the people of China would like to reinforce that we do not believe that military intervention is the only solution that would be the best viable solution to bring in peace to Syria. We feel that military intervention will not only exacerbate the violence, but